All right, here with WWE superstars, Dolph Ziggler to my right, Charlotte to my left. Charlotte, I'd like to start with you. You're a brand ambassador here for TapOut, and you've been on the main roster for just about a year. So what does this mean to you to have this kind of responsibility on your shoulders at this point?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm usually in gym clothes when I'm not at work, so being able to wear TapOut all the time and be an ambassador for it, I think it's a perfect fit.
And Dolph, for you,
it was also a play on words, the perfect fit. That was a great line, I thought. I think we kind of just glossed over it, but it was a great line.
Are you saying she stole your material? Were you going to use that?
No, I'm just going to go to some other notes for some other things.
So, like Dean on Sunday.
Yeah.
Is that your plan?
Or at home or whatever.
Are you going to tap out Dean on Sunday night?
I might. I really have. Through some guidance from some people behind the scenes, we've gone back to some old school amateur roots where I used to kind of do, win like 99% of the time, and that's me kind of being humble about it. So I think that it's something that I need to get back to. It's we don't lack it, just there's not too many superstars who do that type of in-ring material, so I'm really looking forward to it. And like Charlotte said, I'm in gym clothes all the time. I'm in sweatpants, shorts, or a sleeveless t-shirt one way or another, and this stuff is great. It's squishy, it's stretchy. I love it.
So you mentioned the submission. Your dad, Ric Flair, he gave you really high praise during when Conor McGregor was calling out the entire roster. He said you're one of the guys on the roster who could, take him in a real fight. What were your reactions to McGregor's comment and then to Ric Flair's endorsement?
First of all, McGregor's comments were probably just trying to get more people to watch his pay-per-view, and that's great. That's smart because, whether it's a joke or not, you act serious, then we kind of take it seriously. So if I wanted to get people to watch SummerSlam, I wouldn't badmouth someone else's life choices for the last 10 years. Or, like I said, Flair, I grew up watching him, like all the hard work he put in and kind of make it a joke and saying those guys aren't tough. These are the toughest guys I've ever met in my entire life, and a lot of them are behind the scenes, and I look up to a lot of them. So when you hear that, whether it's a joke or not, I made a little joke back and said, yeah, I'm one of the smaller guys on our roster, and if I lost 40 or 50 pounds, I'd still be bigger than him. And so even if he's really good at what he does, which I'm sure he is, I'm also really good at what I do. I just happen to do it and get punched in the face a lot less for real.
And Charlotte, for you, like I said earlier, you've been on the main roster for just a little over a year, but you've taken on this responsibility, and how seriously do you take this now? Because you're relatively new to the craft itself, but you've established yourself really quickly. So how seriously do you take it at this point in your life?
It is my life. I'm on the road most of the time. I don't know. It's a tough question.
That's what I'm here for.
Nice.
No, yeah, it is my life, and being able to travel with my dad this year was really special because a lot of people don't understand what we do, and I think it was hard for my dad, explaining to us, why he was never at home.
Yeah.
And it's because he loved what he did so much, and to be able to share that with him and understand, what he did, what he dedicated his life to, and then obviously trying to carry on his legacy. And it's been amazing.
How has he reacted to not being with you on screen full time like he was?
He's in timeout.
Okay. How much longer does he have in timeout?
I don't know. I will figure out if I need him to help me win on Sunday, so I don't know.
You said some pretty hurtful things.
To be fair for that.
Yeah.
Go Cavs, he said afterwards.
I do remember.
He'll be okay.
You have to. Everyone copes differently.
It's tough love.
But isn't it usually parent on child love?
Yeah, but sometimes the roles are reversed with my dad. So sometimes I'm the parent.
And Dolph, I want to ask this. The last few years, you've kind of been up and down as far as the card. You've been in main events, you've been in opening matches, and as far as your SummerSlam history, you've had classics with Mysterio and Jericho. Then you've been in mixed tags. So what's this mean for you after all these years to have this prime spot on such a huge show?
It's great because whether I'm fighting Miz for the Intercontinental title, opening the show, or one of my first ever pay-per-views against Rey Mysterio, that was a dream come true, and that was probably 8 or 9 years ago, or I don't know, a long time ago.
2009.
Yeah. All right, it was pretty close. 7.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me because it's great because everyone goes, oh, what are you doing different? This is so great. I go, I'm not doing anything different. I just have a different opportunity because of the brand split, because of someone going this way and someone going that way. I get to step in and be myself. And especially if you watch SmackDown Live the last few weeks, I've actually gotten to be myself, the guy who's doesn't think anyone's better than him and is out to prove it every single day. And whether it's in the ring, outside the ring, online, in interviews, anything you want, I've always been like, I dare someone to outdo me, and as soon as they do, I'll step aside, but it hasn't happened yet.
And last thing for both of you, with the WWE Draft, giving everybody more of an opportunity on both shows. Charlotte, I'll start with you. What does it mean to you to be, there's so many women now taking over WWE and they're doing so well. So what does it mean to you to be on your own show and kind of starting to make your impact even stronger because you're confined to one place?
Well, one, splitting up the women, I think, opens doors, for people who haven't necessarily had the opportunity to shine in the last year. But, I want to be the best, and being on Raw with our group of women pushes me, to work harder. And with the brand split, obviously Raw wants to be better than SmackDown. SmackDown wants to be better than Raw. So it just makes you, up your game a little bit.
It's that competition within competition, almost.
Yeah, for sure. We want to have the best matches, be the best female, and the girls on SmackDown want to be the same. So I think it's good.
And Dolph, for you, with the draft, people always talk about how you're either not being used correctly or you're kind of not utilizing your full potential. So what is it like for you to have, like with Charlotte and everyone else on the roster, to have your own spot on your own show and kind of keep building off of that?
The first place where people say I'm underused or whatever, that's fine. People say that, and whether it's legends or people online or my mom even, that's fine. That's what people are going to say.
What does Mama Ziggler say about you being underused?
I can't repeat it. The last couple of years. The text messages are this long, and it's like she's just learning how to text, so it's that much worse. It's all one sentence. But most importantly, people can say that they want. That's the best thing about our sport, about our show, is people want to talk about it all the time. Who's the best? Who should be doing more? When this brand expansion happens, 2 different shows, competition or not, and we don't hate each other on different shows. We just go, oh, okay, Raw's the flagship, and we got this new chance on SmackDown with Shane. Let's try something else out. Let's see if we can take him over. Let's see if we can go head to head, create our own Monday, Tuesday Night Wars, and that's what just breeds better things thrown at a wall, and we take over, and it's such a great thing for the business. It's a great thing for the fans. Everybody wins, and particularly me. Whether this is my shot right now and then this is it, I will make the most of it, because any position I'm in, I've always done that. That's why fans, for some reason, for the last 10 years, are behind me, whether I lose every single night or not.
All right, well, SummerSlam is this Sunday. You can catch Charlotte. She will be facing Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship, and Dolph Ziggler will be facing Dean Ambrose for the WWE World Championship. Is there any parting message you want to give to the fans as you head to the big show?
I'm really looking forward to it. We've had a chance to take over New York. This is such a great time for us. Brooklyn's going to be fun. We're giving back. I was at a children's hospital yesterday. We have appearances all week. It's all about giving back to the fans. And then on Sunday, that's when we let it all hang out. That's where everybody wants to be remembered as being the best. And I'm hoping to walk out of there with the championship. I'm sure Charlotte's doing the same.
Yeah, I want to be a 2-time champ.